American parents are taking second jobs and even sending their children abroad due to skyrocketing childcare costs. Childcare providers are also struggling due to inflation and the effects of the COVID pandemic.
At Kid Stuff Childcare Center in Baltimore, the cost of food, rent, power, and supplies is soaring.
Everything is up.
And Angela Kadani has raised wages roughly 40%, but is still struggling to hire staff, with one classroom closed and her wait list growing.
We're probably up between 30 to 35% for operating costs. That cost, too, is going to have to be passed along to our parents.
This fall, she'll raise tuition at her nonprofit for the third time in 12 months. In all, up 30%. For some families, thousands of dollars a year.
What would happen if you didn't raise tuition prices?
We couldn't survive. We wouldn't stay open.
Programs nationwide are raising rates for the same reasons.
It's happening everywhere. To keep the doors open, this is what has to happen. And it's going to continue to get worse.
Inflation is just part of it. At least 15,000 programs have closed, with 11% fewer childcare workers than pre-pandemic, leaving an industry with a median wage just over $13 an hour. Now many parents face longer wait lists and tuition hikes.
Revenue's going down even though there's demand for it.
Because we just don't have enough teachers to be able to get the amount of children that we used to have indoor buildings.
Sean Toner owns Beach Babies in Lewis, Delaware, a childcare desert. He's raising tuition 8 to 10% this fall for the second straight year to offset inflation and raise teacher wages to roughly $14 an hour.
I don't want to be that person that's driving away the parents.
You go to sleep.
Jessica Gebbia is a teacher at Beach Babies, and her 5-year-old son comes here for daycare.
Most of my paycheck is going just to have him here, and that's rough because now we have gas prices, food prices, everything's just going up and up.
Have you thought about leaving the industry?
I love what I do, and I can't. These children need teachers who do love what they do.
But many mothers have left the workforce, part of a trend. As of May, women's jobs made up 88% of those lost in the pandemic.
This is Jasper.
Towen Zhang and her husband have struggled to afford childcare in San Diego, $370 a week, since her employer cut her hours in half. So she flew her sons to Taiwan to stay with family as she looks for a second job.
If I just quit my job and stay at home and watch my kids, maybe the whole thing will be easier for my family. I hate to say this, but this is true. And the reason why we're still struggling, try to pay for this child care, that's because I don't want to give up my career.
Millions of parents are making tough choices. For Jessica and her husband, a decision not to expand their family.
We think we're just going to stick with the two.
How much of that is childcare?
The childcare plays a big part in that. I can't imagine having the two of them in daycare. There's just no way. I wouldn't be able to do this job.